My name's Stephen Spencer. I've been involved in activity for the last 5 years, but 5 years ago I was in a pretty sorry state. I was probably 125 kilos, pretty sedentary. Well, my dad had a stroke in his 80s, and I went to see him in the nursing home. And I took my daughter with me, and she was in her 20s, and she burst into tears, not at seeing my dad, but saying, I think she said, I don't want you to end up like that. I don't want to see you in a giant nappy, is what she said, and that was a real shocker. And then I realised that I really did have to do something, because I was having to have my clothes made. I think I was a 48 waist, and a huge great chest, and collars. I was on about a 20 collar, and that couldn't carry on. The changes that we started with were monitoring what you eat. We did a food diary, and then the shocking if you're honest with yourself, there's the shocking realisation of what you're poking into your mouth. And then each week we looked at a different aspect of what we were eating. So, you know, the first week we monitored how much we were drinking, how much water we were drinking, and then we monitored how much bread we had, how much fruit we were having. We looked at sleep patterns, and every week there was something different, which was quite interesting. So by the time the course finished, and the whole thing lasted, I think it was 10 weeks, you know, we changed 10 things, and by then the weight was falling off me. The sort of exercises I do now, if I tell you about my typical week, last week I did a park run, so that's a 5k run. I quite like body pump, which is a weightlifting class. I did a spinning class last night, which is an RPM, which is indoor cycling. It's a bit mad, very hot. And I did this week I've done a HIIT class, which is high intensity interval training. I'd recommend anybody who realises that they're overweight. That's stage one, is sort of being honest with yourself. And what worked for me, it might not work for everybody, was being in a group and working with other people, because I found that quite motivational. And I suddenly had a group of friends, and we had a shared interest. And I still see a lot of them around the gym here.